everybody I meet, they always remember that. They want to ask about number 7. Who is number 7?
He is the most versatile football player that's ever come through Spring Valley.
Coaching in youth league, he was at CK, I was at Buffalo. You tell your kids we're more worried about other things, contain him, but you're not worried about him. After the score, I think may have been about 38-0, I realized that guy knows what he's doing. I learned real quick who Graeson was and couldn't wait for him to get up here. Most competitive player I've ever been around. It doesn't matter if we're playing checkers or dodgeball or football, whatever we got going on. Graeson's definitely the guy that he's going to try to win.
I could see him tripping his mom. She was running third base in a family softball game if it meant him to win. Any kind of competition, and he's going to rise to the occasion and be a winner.
When he came in as a freshman, he wasn't bashful, wasn't shy. He just kind of took it and ran with it. And you could tell that the knowledge of the game that kid has is unbelievable.
He made play after play, and to open up the season, that pass he caught against Wayne, and he's had a lot of big ones.
And you didn't want to see him in open field. I don't care how fast you were or whatever. Those kids didn't want to meet him in open field. And that's what happened. I remember against Capital. I mean, he just spinning them around and running into each other, and it was comical.
But what I loved about that more than anything was that his teammates are running down the field with him. They're blocking down the field for him. They're fighting for him, just like he's fighting for them. And that's the biggest thing I think that we're going to miss about Graeson is that he not only fought extremely hard, but his teammates fought really hard for him too.
The way he just willed himself into that end zone over on the sideline was just crazy.
Faked one way, went the other, and the kid fell down. And he wasn't even looking. I mean, he did it with his, I don't know how he knew where that kid was going to be, but he faked him out with his back turned.
People say you got eyes in the back of your head. He really does. I coach a lot of kids, and no one's ever seen the field like he can see it.
We were down here on the goal line. We were backed up. I had to go 99 yards for a touchdown. Well, it took one play against St. Albans.
Number 7, Graeson Malashevich.
Back on the same goal line right in front of the scoreboard, and they were backed up. They handed the ball off, and there was a little scrum, and then all of a sudden he had stripped the ball, kind of spun out of it, and there he was, a touchdown. That was a huge play for us to win that game.
I just remember hearing the crowd roar, and looked up, and by the time he kind of cleared where I could see, he was headed into the end zone. Went back and watched it on film, and that was a really great play, and it really had a big impact on that game.
That play sticks out the most to me because you can just watch him the entire play. Sit, wait. He knew the play was coming, broke on the ball, scored a touchdown.
That touchdown pass he caught against Capital right before the half, down in the corner. That gave us a lot of momentum going into halftime and kind of sealed the game away.
Every time we would put in a play where Graeson had to throw it, I would yell and say, "Graeson, don't forget," and he would repeat after me, "Throw it at him." And when we got against Capital later in the game, we had Graeson throw one, which he threw a touchdown pass. And just about, I think it overthrew him on it. So when we got to the locker room, I was like, "Graeson!" And he laughed it off, and he's like, I know, throw it at him, not. So that was a big play that stood out because it was kind of a joke that me and him had throughout the whole year.
I tell you, I could go back and talk about a play that stands out in the history of Graeson. Going back beyond high school football, middle school football, going back to whenever these guys were on the D team. We're playing against DC, and it's for the chance for us to be the first team in a long, long time to get a chance to go back and play and compete for a Turf Bowl championship. And it's an overtime game. We're down on about the 1.5, 2 yard line. They get a play where their best player has the ball and he's getting ready to run into the end zone, and Graeson comes from safety, comes up and makes a tackle where he picks the kid up, drives him back out of the end zone, and that was the last play of the game. And just thinking about it now gives me cold chills, because that was kind of the thing you see, is you expect your best players to step up in the biggest moments, and that's what he did. It was just an extremely exciting time, and it's something I'll never forget. And that was 10 years ago.
The amazing thing is the stuff he did when he was on D team, Little League. You think that's Little League football, and for him to be doing it out here his senior year, looked like the exact same kid. Watch him in the Turf Bowl and watching him this season, it's like the repeat. When he was a little 9-year-old kid out there making people miss, he knows how to play football.
It didn't come by luck. It didn't come by some good fortune. It came because he worked his tail off.
Probably the smartest football player I've ever had. There's not too many kids that are dedicated to go in and drive all the way up to Huntington before school starts to get a workout in. That says a lot about him. It's like having another coach on the field. He knew everybody's job on both sides of the ball, what they were supposed to be doing.
He's such a good player, such a good kid. He's got such good parents. Billy and Tina have been supportive of not only him and all the things he's done, but those two people have also been a big supporter of our whole football team.
There's a lot of kids in this community that are saying his name and acting like him, run through the living room and in the backyard, and he's brought a lot of excitement to this football program.
Dreams out loud, they will sound a call that will shake the earth and make the mountains fall. We will not falter, we'll just stand taller. It's time we show them all.
One of the things that I think that he benefited from was having an older brother.
And he had a good role model. He was a great role model for a little brother, and led him in the right direction.
And obviously the way Trey has gone into college, played college football, started his first 2 years, was a captain his second year. That's the kind of stuff that shows you how you should act, and the kind of person you should be, and the kind of football player you should be.
We are the dreamers of dreams. They're closer than they might seem. And we will burn this torch through the dark. And we will show this world who we are.
When they get Graeson up there and he gets on field and they find out what that guy knows about football, they're going to realize that they snuck one away from everybody, because that guy's the real deal.
They're getting the Gatorade Player of the Year. That says a lot. There's a lot of really good players in this state, and for him to be the Gatorade Player of the Year is special. It's the only one we've ever had here.
We dream like a fire, ever climbing higher. We'll burn with the stars in the darkest sky.
Obviously it's going to be a tall task for him. He's going up there as a walk-on, but I believe that kid is going to earn a scholarship, and he's going to get on the field, and he's going to play at a very high level and be successful. And he's going to get his degree. He's going to end up being a great father. He's going to be a great husband, because that's just the kind of kid that he is. And he has learned all of that from watching Billy and Tina and the way that they love each other.
After high school, he plans to attend college, play football, and pursue a law degree. Number 7, Graeson Malashevich.
He's just done so many things for this school. I mean, his name's going to be all over the record book, and he's going to forever be the first player of the year, that we've ever had here. He's made a huge mark on this school.
But you just keep proving everybody wrong. Keep working like you always worked, and you're a winner, and you're going to get a lot of playing time, and the state's going to fall in love with you.